Welcome to another episode of the John McEntyre Show Live. I'm John McEntyre. Today it is June 25th, 2024, and it's 1,000 degrees outside. So we're going to move this show as quickly as possible before everything melts. I'm just kidding. But everyone knows there's a heat wave moving through the South, and I just had to talk about it. It's a thing about weather. It's like one of my things. I talk about weather a lot. But we have a good show today. As usual, I will be answering a real estate question. But before we do, you know the routine. I'm gonna share some wallet wins, answer the question, give a question of the day, and we will be on our way. Now, if you unless you do have wallet wins you want to share, or if you do have a question you want to share, we go through these questions. We receive them by email mostly and phone calls. And so we go through them and choose them. But this is live. This is on YouTube and Facebook, whichever way you're watching, whichever platform you're choosing to watch us through. Just submit your question, put a Q by it so we'll see it. I'll do my best to answer it. If it's a wallet win you want to share, something you've done positive with your finances, something as good is happening with your finances. Nothing's too small, nothing's too large. Share it with us so we can celebrate it and put hashtag wallet wins or hashtag WW, something to let us know that is something that you want to include on the show, or if you just have a comment you just want to share with us, we welcome it. All right, with that being said, we get into wallet win number one, which is made 3 New Year's resolutions and just completed the third one. All right, now that is a big win because we all know that wallet wins. We all know that resolutions are pretty much gone by February, mid-February, gone. So for this person to make three, which was good, didn't go overboard with making too many resolutions to whatever, overwhelmed with too much change, and to actually have them done before mid-year, yeah, that is a big time wallet win. I'm quite sure there was something financial in there. So resolutions, some people say they don't believe in resolutions. I do believe in resolutions, the real ones, like committed, because resolution come from the word resolve, which means you've made up your mind. What has happened, resolutions has become, the word has become sort of like a cliche. It's like overly used, and to where people just don't take it serious. Oh, you just made another New Year's resolution. But a true resolution, a true resolve is a serious character trait. That means you made a decision and you're going to stick to it. So if it is the resolution in the truest sense of the word, then yes. So sit down and say, this is my resolve. This is my resolution for the second half of 2024. And I resolve to make this happen, and I'm committed to making it happen. And it will happen. So wallet win number three. Completed my online degree and just received a big pay raise. Oh yeah, that's a serious wallet win on so many. That's a win period across the board. Uh, Done something that you probably really wanted to do for a long time and made up your mind, resolved to do it, and got it done, and that's the payoff. Uh, that's what I like to see when people go back to school. It actually has. It's more. Some people. I'm not against going to school. I'm pro education all the way across. Uh, but some people just go to school and they almost use it as an excuse to escape life. And they're using, well, the reason why I'm not accomplishing this, if I had this degree and then I had that degree, and I'm like, okay, so you have all of these degrees. I mean, at least get a job as a thermometer. Um, but sometimes, and this is not mine, a mentor told me, I remember a mentor telling me that some people use the excuse of going back to school is not a reason or a purpose. It's an excuse to escape what you really should be doing. um, we all know that just having a degree does not mean high pay unless you come from some certain schools, and you won't search for a job. They will come for you. And that's just a few of the top schools, where if you're graduating, you're in those schools, yes, they're going to come after you. But other than that, it needs to have a purpose behind it. I want to get this degree because I want to do this, and I will get a pay raise. And I've made some. I've actually talked to someone, in my employment, or different companies. This is what they're looking for now, and so I have to increase up my education to get these next level roles. Then yes, but a degree in 3 degrees in 3 different fields, you know, what's the word they call it? Journeyman, like a journeyman. You're just like just sort of floating through life or whatever, and you're not making any progress. You're just getting these degrees, and it's not paying off anywhere. But this one, yeah, online degree. That means they taking their time, probably at night, weekends, to do what they had to do, and it paid off. Big raise. So yes, that is a wallet win. Wallet win number 3. My son received a partial academic scholarship, and so combined with his college savings plan, his college is covered. Yep, that's a win on a high level. Yeah, the education costs going up and not showing any signs of leveling off or going down anytime soon. And so to not have to take out a loan or rearrange your financial future to make it happen, that's a win. That's a big family win. Um, Win for you as the parents, because as we know, a lot of people, and there are better ways of doing it. But I can understand how some people, they say, I'm going to not fund my retirement fund because I really want my child to go to college. They'll be the first one in the family to go to college. So they're trying to change their financial tree. And I can understand that, even though there are better ways, but sometimes if the person is committed to doing it, they're going to do it. So if that's their commitment, but when it happens this way, to where you don't have to sacrifice your retirement, your financial future, and you're setting them on a good solid ground, because they're going to leave college without college debt, then that's a win. That is a generational win. That is a serious generational win. So we have 3 good wallet wins for today. Resolutions, all 3 resolutions completed before uh, 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 mid-year. Almost had a brain fog there. Wallet win number 2, completed an online degree, received a big raise. Son received a partial academic scholarship combined with college savings plan. College is covered. 3 huge wins. So yeah, so keep those coming. We love sharing those wallet wins. Um, let's get into this question here. Our question is, like I say, it's real estate related. I listed my home for sale. Has been for sale for 4 months. I haven't received any offers. I live in a very popular neighborhood, and the houses sell quickly here. So I'm wondering, why hasn't my home sold? All right, that's a layered question, but the bottom line is, why hasn't my home sold in this market? Houses, they do sell. They rarely sit on the market for any length of time, because the actual home inventory, is down, which is to say there are more buyers than sellers, and so it's not like what I call a strong seller's market, but it's sort of tilted towards sellers just a little bit. It's sort of tilted that way, and so that when you hear the word seller's market, that means that the inventory is low, and uh, demand is high. Because real estate, like all business, runs off supply and demand. So home inventory low, buyers high, sellers market. Very popular neighborhood. So that's a plus, because we all know, 3 words is location, location, location. That's the rule of real estate. However, I say location, location, while location, 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 while that is true, price, price, price is just as much true. it's up there also. Um, all things being equal, price wins. Price wins. Unless it's just one of those highly desirable neighborhoods. It's just like one of those where if someone thinks of selling a house, buyers show up, or buyers are riding through neighborhoods, knocking on doors. I've seen that neighborhoods, seen it in our neighborhood. Standing outside, people stop. Hey, thinking about selling a house? No. If you ever think about selling it, would you give me a call? Sure. How much would you take for it? Because this neighborhood is worth this. Okay, well, I'll take. If you got 5 million on you, I'll take it. I'll move now. And then I hear the tires screech as they pull off like smart aleck. But yeah, now if you're in one of those neighborhoods, highly desirable, price it, unless you're like ridiculously high, it may not be that much of a factor, because we also know we know those neighborhoods where people pay more than the list price. Those neighborhoods are few and far between. It depends on the region, and what's going on in the area. Is the area, really exploding, things like that. And so, yeah, Charlotte market has seen that happen a couple of times. When North Carolina as a whole, really, because North Carolina is one of the faster growing states, and so there are some markets around the state that's seeing that. And then on the other end, there are some states that people are leaving in droves, and so the houses are sitting, and people are having to sell them for much less than they paid for, or much less than market. So price plays a big part in that. That could be it. It could be that the price is just too high, and um, you might need, to fix to that is adjusting the price. We have to see first. The second one is condition. You have to just look at the house. Um, because when it comes to setting the price, your house is competing with other homes. That's the competition. And so if houses are selling around you, you look at price first, then look at the condition. Is the condition um, equal or better than the houses around you? Because today's buyers, especially in those types of neighborhoods where houses are selling fast, unless it's one of those neighborhoods where the houses were in not so good condition and it's just a fixer upper neighborhood, and those, you have those buyers that want that type of property to fix it up, move in, buy it at a low price, fix it up, and make it their own. Then sure. But in these types of neighborhoods, what I'm getting, this is a popular neighborhood, so it sounds like it's well established, and everyone's proud of their homes, and they're taking care of their homes. The yards look good, everything like that. You're constantly seeing home improvement going on, painting, a lot of house painting, yard work, just a lot of that type of stuff happening. Those buyers do not want to do anything but move into a move-in ready home. They don't want to paint. They don't want to do anything unless you're paying for it as a seller. Excuse me. So if that is that type of neighborhood, then you have to look at the condition of the other homes. And the fix for that is take your emotions out of your house. You're wanting to move. Remove the emotions and look at the house through what I call buyer eyes. Leave your house, drive away from it, come back into the neighborhood, look at the houses, and then pull up to yours and look at yours and see how it looks compared to those other houses. Take your emotions out of it. If there's a lot of flowers and a lot of good grass, a nice lawn and things like that, fresh paint, um, on the houses that have sold, especially recently. Look at those houses, and if yours doesn't compare condition wise, that could be a factor. That could be a big time factor. And the way to fix that might be price. Price can fix that, but it all depends on how low you want to go. If you don't want to do anything to the house, then the price is the way of correcting it. Lowering the price. But if you can't lower the price, you don't want to lower the price, or you can't do it, then let's look at the condition. That means visiting those houses that have sold. Look at the houses that may be on the market. If there are any on the market in the area, visit the open houses. Go take a look at those houses and walk around and make sure that your condition, if it's 3 bedroom, for instance, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath house, go look at how those are, staged, and the condition and the whole 9 yards. How modern, kitchen, bathroom, those are the biggies in a house. People, they can work with bedrooms that might need a little work, maybe some painting or something like that. Most of the time, kitchen and the bathroom, those are usually the most expensive to upgrade. And so that's where I would start if it is a condition thing. And you have to make sure compare, because that's how the price was set. So that's how you have to gauge the market. You have to look at the market and say, okay, well, this is what's going on in the market. This is how the houses are looking. And this is the way I have to get. This is the condition mine needs to be in if it's going to compete, if it's going to sell. So condition, that's number two. Number three, you could just have the wrong agent. Um, we're we're in America where there's a joke. Yeah, I remember when I first got into real estate in North Carolina, uh, it was only a third of what it is now. Um, and North Carolina was beginning to gain some attention real estate wise, and so other states that were booming, California's, New York, Florida's, Texas. It was a running joke. All of the instructors would tell it. Eventually, then, and they were talking about North Carolina. Eventually, it's going to be to where if you're stopped in traffic, highway patrolman or the police officer going to say, okay, let me see your drivers and your real estate license. Because that's just how many people have their license, how many agents are out there, and the market is saturated with agents. And so you may have chosen your sister-in-law or brother-in-law or family member because they have their license, and they may not be geared for this type of a market, because this type of a market, not saying that a new agent can't. We've all been new agents. All real estate agents were new at one time. But it depends on the market and their experience, because there are a few things that some agents will do. They will price it at whatever you want to price it, because it's called buying the listing. They'll do whatever you want to get the listing. Um, but that may not be the best for your particular situation. You may need that agent that's well connected, that's known for selling properties in the area, and they may already have a pool of buyers waiting, because that's what good listing agents, seller representatives do. Um, that's one. The marketing plan could be weak, not be that effective for that particular market, for your market. Um, a lot of agents just think today, get the listing, put the sign in the yard, put it on the internet, and sell. That's not always the case. It's like everything else. It's marketing. You have to make it stand out, and you have to still put the word out. The agent has to do the work of marketing the property to get it happy. Because I always say this: if everything is right, if you've listed the home, it's priced right, condition is good, marketing is decent. It can be decent marketing. Price is good and conditioning. You should see something in the first week. It should have activity. So to have gone 4 months and not have an offer, yeah, the property was probably telling you some things the first month. Uh, you just probably maybe the agent didn't communicate it to you, or maybe you just didn't want to hear it. I don't know, but that's how it works really. If it's well priced, well conditioned, mainly the price thing, location, it should create some activity, right out the gate. If it goes past the month with no activity, then it becomes what's called market stale, and so people don't even see the sign anymore. They're just driving by it and really don't see it, and so you have to adjust marketing plans. So the agent has to step in and do that. So we could talk more about it. There's a lot more of the factors, but those are the top three. The price, condition, maybe the agent. Um, so hopefully that answered the question. If you have more questions, you can contact us, or uh, if you need an agent, and maybe people out there, they're ready to buy, they're ready to sell. If you need an agent, I have a team of agents here that can help you all the way across whether it's America, it could be North Carolina, America, or around the world. I have a network of agents that know what they're doing, and they can help you with this situation. It may be time to talk to a new agent. And so hopefully I answered that question. And like I say, if you have any more questions, don't forget to contact us. And before I go, here's the question of the day. And that goes back to the very first wallet win, the resolutions. How many of your goals for 2024 have you accomplished so far? If you made any goals, how many of them have you accomplished so far? Uh, Mid-year, it's time for that mid-year audit. And that means goals, everything. It's time to reassess. Maybe time to pivot, do that pivot thing. And so that's my question. How many of your goals for 2024 have you accomplished so far? And with that being said, I'm going to close it out here. If you need any help, it might be time for that mid-year financial checkup. Give us a call. We'll walk you through a plan for your money and get you on track to end 2024 on a high note. So until tomorrow, same time, this is John McEntyre checking out.